3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah.
And thanks for serving me
A little bit, not a big one. But I would. Oh God, now I'm self-conscious. What up? Welcome to Dynamite Rocketship. I'm your host, Toby McMullen. Please subscribe on the YouTube. Subscribe on all the audio platforms. We're on all of them. My guest today is a goddamn New York City staple. He's been out here grinding, killing it for years. He's on the road all the gosh damn time, headlining, opening for the biggest names in the biz, and he's beloved for a reason. I love this guy. He's so damn funny. He's got a new podcast out there on the Gas Digital Network called Fart Carnival. Please welcome to the program, Mr. Brendan Sagalow.
Thank you very much. And thank you for giving me this new Schweppes seltzer water. It's good for you.
It ruins your teeth, but it's so delicious.
Does it really ruin your teeth?
That's what they say, man, which it's like, dude, I quit booze. Like, is anything...
I didn't know this ruins you. I thought seltzer was really good for you.
That's what I thought too, dude. And it's apparently it just erodes your fucking enamel.
Oh my God, I didn't know that at all. Fuck.
I know, dude. It's fucking brutal, man.
Yeah, every time you find something that you're like, okay, this isn't too bad and it's healthy, it always ends up being not healthy.
Yeah. I mean, for years I was vegetarian, but I was just surviving on like Morningstar Farms pre-made veggie burgers and stuff.
Oh God.
And that's just factory goo, dude.
I tried being vegetarian for what I think is a year, but I think it was more like 2 months.
It's hard. You know, the memory's hazy.
Yeah, and I'm also, I was eating like pizza and grilled cheese. Like I wasn't doing the vegetarian thing right. I just I was really trying. I admired Leonardo DiCaprio at that point. I don't even know if he's vegetarian, but I know he was like an activist at that time. Like I really got into activism performatively because I wanted to be like Leonardo DiCaprio.
You're like, I'm gonna get into rings and scarves.
Yeah. I was like, that's more Johnny Depp.
It is true.
But Leo, I still remember having a magazine from like a picture of him in like a big coat with like a goose feathers around it, being like, and he's like at the Arctic or some shit like that. And I was like, guys, the tigers. Like I was annoying my family. I was like, the tigers. We got to think about the tigers. What are you gonna do? The polar bears.
One time, this is so embarrassing. So I like growing up, I was never sure if my parents had money because they were very frugal, but they were just kind of smart with their cash, like. So we would always have, like store brand cereal or whatever, like never name brand shit really in the crib. And I remember being so like self-conscious about going to the mall and having my folks buy me clothes for school that I like made this fake stance where I was like, it's got to be made in America, man. We're voting with our dollars. We can't support these sweatshops.
Having children is so embarrassing. Like
Brutal.
having like kids that you're like, you just like it. It's so embarrassing as the kid because you think you're like, oh, I'm going through all these different phases, and it's like as the parents they know that.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than being like, this is who I am now, and then the people around you being like, well, we know what's going on. You're not going to be this person forever.
Yeah.
You were literally. I was Johnny Depp at one point. I was watching all of Johnny Depp's movies, and I was like walking around being like fake little English accent, being like, teacher, can I go to the bathroom?
Oh yeah.
I just watched Cry Baby. Yeah, it's dude, for real. Yeah, I was like, just trying to be not me. I always envy those guys, like the artists, the young artists that know to be original.
Yes,
like when they're like, that's why so many of these like young rappers and stuff are so like they're so young. They're like or like people like Bob Dylan, like, or even Jimmy Buffett. How do you know at 23 to write amazing songs? Where I'm like, I was 23 and I was like, whatever, dude. I'm like, I think I was even doing comedy at that point, and I was still like, who cares? I'm drinking, I'm having fun. That's my personality, and the rest will follow.
Yeah, dude. I think Jimmy Buffett was born onto a pontoon boat, saw the dollar signs, and fucking knew his lane.
Right.
But
right.
A thing that I like really struggle with is like identity, and especially doing shit like this where you're like, you need a personalized brand, and there isn't a lot of room for subtlety or nuance, and you got to really boil yourself down into something that's like kind of instantaneously consumable.
Right. Or you can just try to go for being good, and hopefully the rest will follow, or just be good in obscurity. Just be like, I think I'm good. I think what I'm doing is good, and nobody's really into it. So maybe I'll lose weight, I guess. Like that's what I think. I never think like I'm never like, oh, I gotta like be a brand, you know, like I gotta go more left leaning or more right leaning. I'm always just like, maybe if I was more handsome or something, then like people would enjoy looking at me.
Well, I think you're a cutie patootie.
I think so too. I think I have a very handsome face, but I don't know, maybe I don't know, it's shit like that. I'm like, I gotta get a good haircut or something. I don't know what's going on, you know. And by the way, Jimmy Buffett wasn't born on a pontoon boat. He was born in like Alabama or something.
No way.
He was somewhere. He was born in like a southern state, and he ran away. And he ended up in Key West, Florida.
Oh, the absolute asshole of America.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I was there last weekend, and it smelled pretty good, actually, for an asshole.
It's a good place to get down on a pill addiction, I can tell you that much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's from Missouri.
Yeah, he's from Missouri.
No shit.
He's a complicated dude, man. Well, I was in Key West last weekend, and I was doing comedy at the Key West. Tom Dustin's room, great room, really fun. But they're doing a bunch of shows and stuff. And one of the shows that they did was on Fridays, and I think maybe more. But this guy named Caleb, he dresses up as he did a whole show based on Jimmy Buffett, telling Jimmy Buffett's life, and he's got a guitar and piano, and he plays Jimmy Buffett songs, and he pretends to be Jimmy Buffett. He wears a Hawaiian shirt, and he's got a mustache and hair and all that stuff, and he talks in the third person. In the first person, he's like, you know, when I had moved to Key West, and he's a very talented guy, and I got this incredibly new appreciation for Jimmy Buffett while I was there. I was like, he gets shit on, that guy, because he's like, you know, it's like Shane Torres's bit where he's like, but because he wears it, you know,
because his fridge has a racing strap on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because he wears Tommy Bahama shirts and sings about margaritas, everybody makes fun of him. But he's like an amazing songwriter. I was listening to the songs that Caleb was choosing to play at this show, and I was like, these are amazingly, very well written lyrics. And to like leave your whole life and at 23 and go to Key West and kind of like sow your oats there and become this fucking
and build a fucking empire, dude.
Yeah. I mean, people down there especially, they were like, because also the Reefers were playing, which I think is his band,
correct?
And they were playing at the amphitheater, and it was awesome, dude. We went to the beach, and then we were walking back to our condo, and they were doing sound check, so we were just like, whoa, we were like listening to them do these like amazing sound check, and it was amazing. I have this whole new appreciation for the Buff,
dude. I grew up listening to the Buff, and
did you?
My parents are huge Parrot heads, dude. In the car, it was either classical music, NPR, or straight Buffett,
or that instrument where it's a bowl with all these different dents, and it's like,
oh yeah,
bing, boom,
the finger drum.
Yeah.
The only time I ever listened to rap with my dad, it was we were driving. We had pulled out of the garage, and there was construction on the street, so he had to go around it, and so he had to keep both hands on the wheels. Biggie was on the radio. We were talking about that before. And I was sitting there, and I was rapping along, and he just looked at me and goes, "Oh, you like this shit, huh?" And then instantly changed.
Whoa, that's so mean. Yeah. My parents always kind of like, they were afraid of me liking hip hop as much as I did.
Yes.
You know, so it did come to blows sometime. I think they were a little accepting, but you know, it's like that Eminem line where he's like, parents' worst nightmare is a kid wearing do-rags and walking around their house flipping off whatever and cursing people.
Doing the Eminem flip off where the other
like
fingers
that.
are too high.
They're all like this.
Yeah, they're like way too high.
Which Tupac did that too. I actually noticed a picture of Tupac like this, and I was like, oh, that's where Eminem got it. You know that. And I'm more of like a this. I've even kind of I've gone to this. I think that's because it's hard. And then that.
I've been co-opting the British two fingers.
Oh, really? You go, oh, fuck you, mate.
Well, and that comes from, that's the reason that this is their fuck you.
Yeah.
Is when they were beefing with France, justifiable beef, if you ask me.
Sure.
The whole thing was the English had better archers. They had like they had better bows, so they could shoot further. So when they would get captured by the French, they would cut their fingers off. So it was like, I still got my fucking fingers.
Check
I'll put
this
you
out,
in the
you
ground,
fucking
bitch.
ass. Whoa, that's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
History's pretty insane. I'll tell you that, folks. It is though. I mean, I'm like, last night I was just sitting there and I'm like, decompressing after the shows, and I was watching this channel on YouTube called I Shouldn't Be Alive.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because it's all these like, just stories of people, and I was watching this guy who was lost at sea for 76 years.
My girlfriend
76 days.
loves
Sorry.
this shit.
And I was like, dude, I put my phone, I literally took my phone and I threw it on the other side of the room. I'm not looking at it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I just watched this guy talk about this shit, and I was like, life is so crazy. It's like we're in this like world of like swiping and all this stuff, not to sound too old or anything like that, but like I do find myself like into my phone so much that like this is my reality.
Yes.
And everything else is kind of just there.
Yes,
it's like the bubble
dude.
that I'm walking around.
Yep.
And I'm looking at this guy and I'm just going like, the world is so, now this might be because I'm high, but the world is so crazy, dude, where it's like these huge waves and stuff. Like I was just watching it and I'm like, man, I really got to like admire the earth a little bit more because I'm walking around it and I'm not like giving a shit that much about it.
Dude, my girlfriend passes out she has a couple channels she watches of dudes just telling stories of like hikers dying on mountains.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So she's like sleeping like a baby. I'm playing fucking Call of Duty or whatever.
Nice.
I take my headset off and then I just hear, and that's when they had to eat their own feet. And you're like, dude, how do you sleep to this, bro?
Oh my God. It really is. I mean, I almost wanted to keep going because I finished that episode.
Yeah.
It's the episode with this guy, Steve Callahan, if you want to look it up. And then I was like, I subscribed to the channel immediately. I went, okay, channel, subscribe.
Hell yeah.
And the next thing that came up was like, oh, I shouldn't be alive. I was trapped in a jungle for blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh my God. And it's 2 a.m. and I'm like, I got to go to bed. I can't be up for another hour watching this shit. But I can watch that all night, I think. Just being like, this is crazy. Because the whole time you're going, I wouldn't have survived that.
Oh yeah, dude. I would have been dead so fast.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. I wouldn't have been able to like get, because at one point he gets out of the ship and he throws his raft and he's like trying to get it and whatever, and it's not happening, and then he finally gets it and it goes and it's this big 6-man raft. It's not that big. It's about the size of like I don't know, probably like this rug right there.
Yeah, totally.
And
you're nuts to butts on that raft if you're with the fellas.
yeah, you're nuts to butts, as they say. That's what they call it, the nuts to butts raft. And he gets on it. He gets on the raft and he's watching his boat sink. And he looks around the raft and he goes, I don't have any emergency stuff. Like I have nothing. So he has to jump back out and swim into the fucking boat. He has to dive into the boat that's already filled with water. It's all dark and ocean watery. You open your mouth, your eyes, you're like, Jesus, fucking salt is getting in your fucking eyes. And he had to grab his emergency bag, which he had to like feel around for, and then get back out. Which, by the way, when he goes into the boat, he opens this mechanism, this door, if you will. He gets into the boat.
Some may say door.
Some say door. I say mechanism for entering. And as he's in the thing, a wave hit the boat, hit the door, and the door goes clank and like not locked, but it closed, and he couldn't get it up because there was so much water already on the fucking door mechanism. And then he was like, I'm fucked. He's like, I'm fucked. He's like, I can't get out of this. And another wave hit it and opened the thing. And he was like, it's crazy. And I won't ruin it anymore, but look this up. Steve Callahan. I shouldn't be alive.
Dude, and by the way, there's just 9 sharks smoking cigs on their coffee break going, what's this guy doing?
He goes, Just wait and see, boys. Just sit and wait.
Let him get his snacks so he's full and grow on.
Oh, he's getting his muscles up. I like that. Well, actually, there is a part with a shark in it. A shark fucks his boat up, like tries to fuck his boat up, and
Sharks
he's like
are so
stabbing
scary.
it.
It's my biggest fear in life.
Really?
Oh yeah, big time.
Well, you know,
Open water and sharks, biggest fear. Easy.
Yeah, I just have I have so many fears. Sharks are not one of them, though.
That's fair.
I'm not afraid of sharks. I'm not afraid of bears. I mean, if I was around a shark or a bear, then I'd be afraid. But I think from a day to day, what I'm afraid of nuclear war.
Oh, that's so. I'm worried about money in my 50s.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm not quite worried about that because I'll just deliver food or some shit.
Sure.
I'll be the old guy that people are like, give him a nickname. Oh, that's Bongos, and I'll be the guy just being like delivering food, and they're like, what was his life? Young women seeing me being like, I hope he has a family.
Oh, he doesn't.
And I'm like, I do not.
I got a cat. He's cool.
I do not. My wife left me a long time ago.
Dude, but I'm so the getting rid of throwing the phone across the room is so huge. I've been so hopelessly addicted to TikTok. I'm like 4 days clean off the talk, dude. It was to the point where I would walk out of my apartment. The elevator is across my 2-step hallway.
Oh yeah.
Phone out. I'm scrolling.
I was the same way. I kept going back and forth between TikTok and Reels.
Yeah.
And then TikTok I was getting kind of bored of. And also I may have stayed on an account, like my eyes may have stayed on a video of a woman sexily dancing for longer than I should have, and then TikTok clocked that.
Yep.
And then went, oh, somebody likes hot ladies, and then it just filled my algorithm with shit that's nice to see, but could get you in trouble with the lady.
Oh yeah.
And I don't even really want to see it. I'd rather because I'm trying to get off porn and stuff. Like I don't really jerk off as much as I used to because it does something to your fucking head, and
it's not good.
Makes it harder to have sex because you're already busted. So I'm like, it is annoying when I'm going through TikTok and I'm like, God damn it, because a part of me is like, oh, but I'm also like, stop, Jesus, get that fucking shit away from me.
Yeah.
And so my whole TikTok algorithm is fucked. You know what I mean? It's like a car. It's like a nice car that I drove through the mud, and I'm not getting clean. It's fucked.
It's filth, dude. It's just the fattest asses you've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's never any fat ass for
fat ass, big tits. And those are just the men. And that's just my account.
Well, what's happened is I have a Twitter that I don't use.
Yeah.
I never got on Twitter, but when I would watch Bears games, I would want to see Big Cat from Barcelona. I'd want to see what he's saying about the Bears.
Right.
So, and then when Elon got it, you had to create an account.
Yeah.
So then it was that, and then it was like I follow professional Call of Duty, like a huge fucking nerd.
Yeah.
And
no, that's cool.
And dude, I love that shit. And all of that shit is all on Twitter.
Yeah.
So then I was just looking at that. So then I delete the TikTok, and let me tell you, getting on Twitter in 2026. If you've never, don't go there, dude.
No, Twitter used to be. This is what I'd say about Twitter. Twitter used to be Metropolis.
Yes.
It used to be, it was a place. People would go there and whatever. Now it's the worst part of Gotham. It's like it's like awful.
It is a lot of security cam footage
dark.
of shootings.
It's CCTV of horribleness,
Yes.
and there is no hero.
Yeah, dude.
It's Gotham if Batman died.
Yeah.
Because
it's like it saw what I was there for. So it's like, here's, football and Bears stuff. Here's Call of Duty stuff. And then very quickly you run out of that. Yeah. So then now the algorithm is trying to figure out what keeps me there. So it's like, so you're a Nazi, right?
Right.
And you're like, no, dude, absolutely not. That's like, oh, okay. So you're a pretty big Zionist, huh? And you're like, no, dude, fuck
and it's all these like Russian bots doing that shit too. Yes. It's not even like, they're not all American. But you also go like, there is like just people that are like, I hate it. I'm like, I don't even know why I still have one, but I go on Threads, and Threads are just like, it's just like It's like Twitter but it's just not Twitter. You know what I mean? You just go you're like, yeah, this is Threads, whatever. Not crazy. I'm not super crazy about this.
It's very Kmart versus Walmart. You're like, this is similar, but not nearly as good.
Yeah. It's where Twitter was Britney Spears. Threads is Jamie Lynn Spears.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
I thought you were going to say Christina Aguilera, and I was about to go to bat for the queen.
No, Christina's great. No, it's Jamie Lynn Spears where you're like, okay, it's a little, it's cool. That's cool. It's a little tamer.
Yeah.
Whatever. Although she got briggers. And she was apparently kind of mean. I read Britney's book. She was a mean kid, Jamie Lynn Spears.
Oh, well, I'm sure that's not skewed at all to make Britney look great or whatever. You think the ghostwriter...
I don't think it made it or look that great.
You think the ghostwriter for that book was like, I think you should trash your sister a little, dude.
It's a nuts book, dude. At one point, it's like, I remember actually because I was listening to it, not reading it, and I was just listening to it, and there was a part where she goes, she's like, one night I was seeing this photographer that in Los Angeles, blah blah blah. We were driving around in my Porsche, and we were driving around the Hollywood Hills, and those hills are very curvy and scary and all that. And I don't know what came over me, but I just decided to drive incredibly fast, and I was going really fast and blah blah blah, and we almost crashed, and then I stopped the car and I turned to the photographer that was in the passenger seat, and I was like, we almost just died. And I heard that and I was like, Jesus. And then she just immediately is like, the next morning I was going to blah, blah, blah. I completely go over and I'm like, we're not going to talk about that? That's crazy what you just did. You almost killed this guy.
Yeah, that sounds a little toxic if you ask me.
Sure do. Dun, 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 dun.
Team, this episode is sponsored by Row. If you're looking for better nights in the bedroom, Row Sparks are here to help. Row Sparks are 2-in-1 prescription treatments for better, longer erections. They dissolve under your tongue and work in 15 minutes on average, so you can be ready whenever the moment arises, and everyone can have a great time in bed. Confidence for you, more enjoyment for your partner, add a little spice to your sex life. It's the paprika, it's the cayenne. Add a little zip, add a little zing, add a little pep in your step. Get some tap shoes on and get some Row in your life, baby. Row connects guys with a medical provider 100% online, and treatments ship discreetly. Hush, hush, and on the QT. That means no awkward conversations or in-person wait rooms. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off your first order of Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with a provider at row.co/dynamite to find out if prescription Row Sparks are right for you. That's row.co/dynamite for $15 off your first order. Compound drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. For safety information, go to row.co/safety info. Now let's get back to Mr. Brendan Sagalow.
But it is crazy. Doesn't make Justin Timberlake look good at all.
Dude, everyone's going after JT, and I will simply not stand for it.
Oh, he's next.
Dude, they're trying to tear him down, and it's like, fuck you, songbird of a generation, one of the coolest guy to ever live. Every interaction I've ever heard with this guy, everyone's like, he's the fucking coolest. Yeah. He's a talented as the day is long. Just a total rock star.
Right.
And now everyone's like, he phoned it in at some concert last year, and everyone's like, "Fuck this pussy."
I know. I saw that where people were like, people just want to hate him just because there's a guy he's he wants to be black and all that stuff, and he that video of him being like, Justin Timberlake, and he's doing the beatboxing at the VMAs, and he's like, and that's hilariously awful for him.
It is hilariously awful, but it's also nothing ages well.
No
one over the course
it was
of
also killing.
Yeah, it was
you listen to it and people are like, no, it was killing. It was killing. And also when he was doing that show and he put out the mic and he stopped and everybody's singing the song with him, and people are like, guy doesn't even sing his own songs. And you go, no, he's entertaining. Sometimes you want to sing the song and hear your set. You've never been to a fucking concert before. That's the problem with the internet, I would say, and people who comment generally. I think there's a lot of not this, but I also think the majority are people who legitimately just don't have lives outside. I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't know. I don't want to say anything. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, the problem with the comments is that it does drive the algorithm, so you need them, but then they're also the worst thing, and it just is what it is.
Check this out. My Seltzer's wearing a dress for our date. Hi, Seltzer. Hi. Are you Brendan? I'm Brendan. Nice to meet you. You look just like your photo. Oh, thank you. Should we kiss and just get it over with, so we're not thinking about it on the date? I think that's a good idea.
And by the way, most of the people who talk shit about celebrities in general, if they were to meet them, would be like, "Oh my god, blah, blah, blah." Yeah. I actually,
look at this. My Seltzer went to the doctor, and
you got it. You got it. Yeah.
You got this. Yeah, my Seltzer went to the doctor earlier and
Trust yourself.
And got stitches over here. So we put a cone around it so it won't. But he's a good boy, aren't you? Give me a kiss.
The comedy judges were looking for vet, not doctor. Although
that would have been good.
Although I do feel like if you were to get surgery, a doctor would be like, "Buddy, I'm sorry, we got to give you the cone. We can't trust you not to pick at that."
Yeah. I would need a cone around my face. Just my face.
I had a insane celebrity interaction not 24 hours ago.
Whoa, really?
Yes. Yeah, I wanted to wait until we were a little further into the ep. I actually wanted to fire it off rip, but I got something. I got a heater for you. Okay, so I was in here working on a thing for my homie. Okay. And I don't want to say what the project is because you never know if it's going to come to light or whatever. But
Stranger Things season 6,
buddy. I'm in here with Charlie Heaton.
Who's that?
He's Jonathan Byers from Stranger Things.
I only watched the first, second season, and I dropped out the second season.
Okay,
I saw where that show was going.
He's the older brother. Who's cool and smokes weed and fucking.
Oh, is he the guy that's like
Brendan? He's the most famous guy walking on planet Earth right now.
Really?
Yes,
is he the guy that's like, when I'm back in Chicago?
No, that's the other guy. It's not him. It's the other.
Jonathan Byers.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, is he is he the older brother of the ginger girl?
No. He's the older brother of Will, the kid who just came out as gay in the most recent season.
Show me. That's the strangest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's so funny that you just call it this guy.
Oh yeah.
Like,
so he was in here?
Yeah.
Chilling?
Yeah. And,
cool.
Whenever we recorded this thing, it was him and some other actory folks, and it was really cool. Sweet as pie, this guy, just so nice. He's like cool and British, and he's like,
you got a nice place here.
Yeah.
It's good. Is this your studio? You go, no, this is someone I know. Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, it's funny when like real celebrities and like real actors, people who are at the height of show business, walk into a place like this, where for us, we're like, oh wow, what a brilliant use of the space. There's like 3 different sets, and then
like, do you put your coats here? Do you? And you go, no, this is where I live. He goes, oh, all right, yeah, I see that.
So whatever, we do the thing, it goes great. It's afterwards, everybody's chit chatting, and they're like, oh, let's go get some lunch. And where we are in Brooklyn, like there aren't a ton of restaurants around here.
Yeah.
Right. It's like really pretty residential, but it's like high end residential. So, and it's also freezing cold yesterday. It was like 8 degrees or whatever, 14 degrees.
Oh yeah.
And windy.
It was brutal.
Biting. So I'm like, okay, well, there's a spot at the end of the block we can go. Great lunch spot. It'll be nice, chill vibe, whatever. Everyone's like, great. So we mount up. We go outside. Everyone's instantly like, oh, it's fucked up out here. It's so freezing. Yeah. And you also have to, like, these people, they're outside. The distance it takes to get from the door to a black SUV. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, they haven't felt cold in a while. So
I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's a 8-minute walk. You know what I mean? Let's go somewhere close. So we get to the spot. We go to the door, and Charlie Heaton just goes, oh no, not this place. And I was like, oh fuck, what have I done?
Yeah.
I've blown it.
He goes, this is where the upside down is.
Yeah. So we walk in, and the guy who greets us goes, oh, whoa, like
Oh,
worst
shit.
reaction you could ever
Oh,
hope to have.
shit.
And he goes, "You're back. You really came back." I guess he had stopped in there and gotten like a coffee or whatever.
Oh God. Was he like, I can't go in here?
No, he was like,
He went in. That sucks.
we went in and we sat down, and the way that the place is situated, it's like the front door, and then the seating is like in a line. It's like one super long booth with tables, and then booth on one side, chairs on the other. And the door is the slowest door to close in New York City.
Oh, it's like,
And it's fucking 30 miles an hour winds with like Arctic freezing.
why didn't you guys leave?
Well, that's the thing, Brendan. We all sit down, and then the guy comes, gets our order right away, and is like drinks. And everyone's like, tea, coffee, whatever. I'm like, water for me, no big deal, whatever. And as we're waiting, everyone is just looking around and being like, this place is fucking so cold, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I took the most famous man on planet Earth right now and stuck him in a goddamn wind tunnel, dude.
Yeah.
Just like a complete bozo.
I think the most famous man on planet Earth is Snoop Dogg.
He's up there. He's up there. I could not have chosen a worse foil for this story. You're like, who's this guy?
Yeah. I was like, I don't care at all. I do not care at all. Did you watch that show?
So self-conscious. Yeah, of course. It's great.
It's great.
Yeah, it's really good. The whole Earth watched it.
Yeah. So what? The whole Earth thought the Earth was flat at one point.
Sure.
Who cares? I don't know. I watched the second season. I was watching the second season. I was like, I see where this is going. No, I'm not into it.
Sure. Well, I guarantee you wouldn't.
Right.
There's a couple, 2-3 twists and turns along the way. Great program.
Right.
Yeah.
Will's gay.
Yeah.
This
but
kid dies.
either way, they were like, let's leave. And then they all went to the Soho house, and I was like, I'm going to go home.
Did he have like a PR person and shit? With him?
No.
Oh, you went home.
Yeah, I dipped.
Dang.
I had to edit.
Dang.
Yeah, I was like, this isn't for me. Anytime I'm around people of that level of fame, I get so in my head. Dude.
Really? Why?
I just feel like I don't belong. I feel like a bozo.
Right.
You know that when people have like,
I get that.
are at that level of the business and the industry, when you're like, I do comedy, they're like, oh, that's so adorable.
Right. You're like, I'm a stand-up. They're like, oh yeah. The thing people go to after they get canceled. Cool. Yeah. That's so funny. Things porn stars do now.
Yep.
You go, yeah, I bet. Yeah, I get that though. I can get pretty in my head when I'm around somebody that's like big.
Yeah.
You know. But that's a part of this, and you gotta, I always tell myself, I'm like, just stop being a fucking. You know what I do? I start singing that Biggie Smalls song, "N-Words Bleed." You know that song? I can't say, I can't say that every one, but he's like, picture me scared of a man who bleed the same blood as me. And I'm if you see me around,
Tom Cruise going, you bleed the same blood as me, Thomas.
Yeah, you're joking, but if I were around someone in that extent, just know in my head I'm going, picture me scared of a man who bleeds the same blood as me.
Yeah.
And so that's going in my head anytime I'm around someone who is big. For sure.
That's not a bad move.
Not in comedy though. Even like comedy, I'm like, I'll have a mindset of like, I'm supposed to be here. Like this is where I'm supposed to be. But if it was like Tom Cruise, picture me scared of a man that bleed the same blood, and he'd be like, I hear you. He'd be like, I hear you in your head. And I'm like, Tom Cruise can read my mind. He goes, I love that song. I know it in every language. You go, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, Tom Cruise does seem like a guy who would be like, did you speak Mandarin? He'd be like, what? No, Tom.
Yeah, he'd be like, hey, okay, I'll tell you in English, but let me know if anybody here speaks Iranian.
I'm racing helicopters later. You want to come?
We're going to race helicopters. That's so funny. We're going to race helicopters tied to elephants. It's going to be sick. I'll be like, I'm in. I'll watch. That's what I would say. I'll go, can I watch? I don't want to do it.
Oh, like a girl at a skate park?
Mm-hmm. I don't mind watching.
Can I wear puffy DCs and smoke clothes?
Do you still skate?
Yeah.
I know you got your board right there, but that's like a long board, right?
Oh, well,
like that's for traveling.
Yeah, that's what we call a cruiser. It's not a long board. It's a short board, but it's like an old school like freestyle shape. So it's really small, but it's incredibly fast. It's the most dangerous skateboard I've ever owned. It's awesome.
Have you ever fallen off of it?
That one, no.
Traveling
it's
here
got,
or whatever?
It's got big ass soft wheels, so you can roll over anything. It's like an ATV. It's awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's badass.
Damn.
But it does look like a Ninja Turtles board that you would get at Walmart.
Yeah, you look like Bart Simpson in the 90s.
Oh, big time. Yeah. It's embarrassing. I'm a grown ass man, but I love it.
Do you still go to like the skate park with like a regular board?
I have a setup to like a trick setup.
Yeah.
But I haven't gone to a like actually skate and like done a kickflip in probably like 9 months.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I like that you said I haven't done a kickflip in 9 months.
Yeah.
I just like that you added, like you didn't have to add the specific trick. You added, I haven't done like a pop shove. I haven't done a kickflip in about 9 months. I've done a pop shove it in like 6 weeks.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's not true. I did a kickflip on that not too long ago.
Whoa, is that hard?
Yeah, because there's no nose and it's
So heavy.
and it's flat. It's actually pretty light, but it's I lived out my childhood fantasy when I put that board together, where I was like, all the years of looking at CCS magazine and being like, one day I'll get this and I'll have that, and I never had any of it.
That's so funny, dude.
So I bought the most expensive shit. I got the bearings are like Swiss ceramic bearings that are like $160.
Whoa, really? Are they great? Like just great?
They're fucking frictionless, dude. It's unbelievable.
Whoa.
It defies physics. It's amazing.
How long do they last?
Forever.
Whoa, that's cool.
They used to give, it's who Tony Hawk used to ride for, Bones, and they stopped giving him the Swiss ceramics because they're the most high-end bearings they make.
Why?
Because at demos he would throw his board into the crowd, and they were like, Tony, we can't keep giving you these. They're too expensive.
Right. Well, it's like, what? Yeah, I guess. Do people not buy them? Like, they don't sell enough units, as they say.
I mean, they're pretty niche. Like, I mean, you can get a regular set of bearings for $20. So
wow,
it's like a whatever percentage increase. It's like people get sticker shy.
Right.
It's for dorks in their 30s who are like, I finally have a little money. I can do this.
Yeah. That's so funny, dude. When I was looking at CCS, I was looking at like the designs on the boards and like T-shirts and stuff like that, and sweatshirts. Like I wasn't looking at like.
I could see you wearing like a Hookups hoodie.
What's that look like?
They were the brand where it was all like big titted, kind of sexy ladies.
Yes, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, let me look at this. Yeah, I think I know, and I think I remember.
It's the horniest skateboard of all time.
Hookup skateboards.
Talk about wood.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is hot. I would definitely do a McTwist to this one.
Hell
if you know what I'm saying. McTwist my cack. Yeah, I remember seeing that in like the CCSs and stuff and like online and being like, I could never. I was such a little prude boy.
Oh, me too.
I still feel that way.
Oh, me too.
If you see someone riding that, like, or like the people that get, you know, I'm like, I that's not for me.
I would never have the confidence to have gazungas on my board, dude.
Yeah. And it'd be like, check it out, bro. She's great, isn't she?
Yeah. No, that's for guys in college who still fuck high schoolers.
Yeah.
That's a bad look.
Oh, then it's perfect for me. Yeah, dude. I miss skating. I remember one of the last times I got drunk, or maybe not the last, I don't know. I got drunk one time, and I was dating this girl who was living in Sag Harbor, and
Sag Harbor,
and I was taking the jitney, and I was hammered, and I was taking the jitney out to Sag Harbor, and I was so drunk, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start skating again, and I just bought a whole new setup. Like I was like, this is gonna be fun. I'll get trucks and bearings and da. And I bought a whole setup. And it still looks pretty good. I mean, it's a little heavy for a board. It's the guy, you know, that guy, this with the eye right here.
Yeah.
That's the board, and it's heavy. Like I always liked kind of a lighter board.
I'm trying to remember what brand that is. In my head,
it's the
Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz.
Hell yeah!
And I got these independent trucks.
Those are the ones.
Those are the ones. Those are the good ones.
Yep.
And what else did I have? I don't know, but and then I just barely touched it. I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Like, I was younger then, you know, obviously we're all younger in our past stories, But I was like,
What?
I know. And I was older back then.
Christ.
No, but I was in like my 20s when I did that, and I still was like, oh, I'm gonna fall and permanently hurt something. So I'm like, I'm not doing it. Now I'm like, I don't even think I could bend my knees then do that. You know what's crazy, and I'm so jealous of it, is that the kids now, but like the people who are young enough to skate and they can get bruised up and all that stuff, and they got flexible knees, and the people that could start skating, they have all this awesome information online. You can learn how to do all this
Dude,
stuff.
it's fucking insane the difference. Now there are all there's this guy Mitchy Brusco who's he's like won the X Games a bunch. He's the man, but he's shifted into this side of content creation where his whole thing is just explaining how skateboarding works.
Yeah.
And it's the most high level, it's Skate IQ on Instagram and TikTok. And it's the most high level breakdowns of like how you can tell that this guy, he skated for like Red Bull and shit, I think.
Yeah.
So he was exposed to, because the mechanics of exercise and stuff has been so broken down and so mined for every ounce of information to give all these athletes an edge in whatever their pursuit is.
Yeah.
So now the information for just like how you shift your weight and how your body actually functions, and he's able to translate that into explaining how like
It's
a
crazy,
kickflip
dude.
works.
Yeah.
And when we were coming up, if you watch a trick tape video, they would literally say, I put my foot like this, and then you just jump, flip it, and
the
land,
old 1, 2,
land
3.
clean.
The 1, 2, 3.
And it's like you didn't explain shit, dude.
No. If I had what they have now, because they explain everything. The back leg, you got to pick up. You can't pop it. You have to pick it up. The flick on the kick flip, you don't flick that way, you flick up.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know any of this shit. And if I did, and when you were younger, I would go to these skate parks, and I was so bad that none of the kids wanted to like mentor me. They all thought I was a poser.
Yep.
Because I probably was a poser. I'm wearing like Thrasher shirts and being like, I love Bam Margera.
Another
and they're
personality
like,
you tried on.
Kill yourself. Yes.
Why is that kid wearing a pirate hat?
Yeah, I'm like literally, yeah, exactly. I'm literally wearing like a visor beanie, being like, my dad's gonna be so pissed off.
Dude, visor beanie.
Oh, April's gonna be so mad.
Yo, she'd be so mad at me, dude. The visor beanie, one of the all-time worst fashion. And
I know.
And
I'll
it'll
still
be back.
wear it.
It'll be back in the next 5 minutes.
You think so?
Dude, of course.
I would bring that back.
All of the worst shit ever is on its way back.
I think the visor beanie is cool when it comes to like hip hop culture.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm a fucking white. I'm such a dork. Hip hop culture.
Yes.
But like, I like people like Ghostface Killer wearing it, and like Nas wearing it and shit like that. And then you have like Bam Margera wearing it. You're like, oh my God. But when those guys, when like the Wu-Tang was wearing it and stuff, you're like, that's fucking cool, bro.
Well, it's like the Kangol hat. There's a big difference between Samuel L. Jackson in a Kangol hat,
Yes.
and like a Lower East Side bartender in a Kangol hat.
Right. Yeah. The Lower East Side is like the one that you're like, that guy's looking for pussy all the time. I hate it. Yeah, that's what the Kangol hat says. When you're not Samuel L. Jackson, you're like, does anyone want to give me pussy? That's all it's saying. You go, I'm looking for pussy tonight.
Yeah, that goes with a waxed curly mustache.
Oh, I mean, that's a different guy looking for pussy. That's a different guy looking for pussy. That guy's like, give me pussy if you have thousands of arm tattoos. Like what's that? Patchwork. Yeah. The curly Q mustache guy is the I'll only fuck girls with patchwork arms, and they have to be black and white.
It pairs well with that, I don't know what it's called, that old school coffee maker that's made for like cowboys to make coffee on a fire.
That silver one? Yeah,
dude, that thing sucks.
Yeah. Fuck that. Yeah. And that's like a guy who has his own little like what's that called? That apron that they wear, like a brown leather apron for like pouring beer or something like that, and you're like, you stink
on ice, dude. I saw a guy in Chicago years ago. This had to be 10 fucking years ago. I was doing a show at it was a bar that used to be a bank. So like you walk into like the vault, like the door was, that was like kind of cool. And it was
That's cool.
It was an all-time early show because they didn't pay, but they gave you a tab and the show had just started. And so the restaurant hadn't realized
Burping because of the fucking seltzer.
how little money they were going to make having stand-up comedy in their restaurant. So they gave you like a $70 tab.
Oh, man.
And I sat down and my buddy was ordering. My buddy was, I was there a little late. I pull up to the bar. My buddy's already sitting there. And I sit down as they're serving him a lobster and steak. Like he got the surf and turf.
Oh, that's such an amateur move, dude.
Yeah, because what he should have done is what I did, which is order mid-shelf whiskey all goddamn night.
Yeah. The amount of times I've gone to a comedy club and they have a tomahawk on the menu, and I'm like, well, I would get that if I was an asshole, but I'm not going to.
Instead
because
I'll get
whatever.
potato skins like a gentleman.
Yeah. I'm like, I'll get that if I ever start really selling out.
Yeah.
If I'm like selling really well, we're adding shows and shit. I'm like, let me get the tomahawk.
Hell yeah.
Let me get that steak for two.
By the way, they're microwaving it, by the way.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
But I was at that show and I went up to smoke a cig, and it was in like Wicker Park in Chicago, which is the hipstery kind of neighborhood of Chicago.
Okay.
And the guy rode past on a giant unicycle, not the ones that are super tall, but it was just everything about it was massive. It was taller. It had a huge fucking wheel on it.
Yeah.
And he had 2 GoPros on his head, one facing forward, one facing backwards. And I was like, dude, if you're going to commute on a fucking unicycle, you do that for you, dude. You don't film this shit.
No, I disagree, dude. Because you can make good money off YouTube for traveling shit.
Not 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah, maybe you're right, I guess, if it was 10 years ago. That's true. Who's watching that?
Nobody's watching it ever.
Nobody's watching it. No, but I mean,
They're not tuning
actually,
in.
no. YouTube was still around 10 years ago, right?
Yes.
So I think that's good. I love putting on like walking videos on YouTube. Like you go to a party, you throw on a walking YouTube thing. Just go Quebec City or Spain.
That's the Gen Z version of pulling out an acoustic guitar at a party.
No, I don't think so.
If you grab the Roku remote and you're tossing on your walking tours of Thailand.
No, I respect the attempt at the joke for sure.
Yes.
But I'll tell you why you're wrong.
Not an
okay?
attempt. I didn't attempt to make the joke. I made the joke.
Attempt at the laugh, I guess.
They're laughing at home.
They're laughing at home. You're right. We don't know.
That's the brilliance of this, is that in the same
You
way,
never know.
in the same way you say they bleed the same blood as me.
Yes.
I'm bombing in the room. I'm killing out there.
Yes, that's true. That's true. I'll give you that. I will say your information is wrong because with a guitar, someone pulls out a guitar, somebody's fucking singing a stupid fucking song.
Okay.
That sucks. Unless people are into it. I've done that. I've been at a party where everybody's singing a song. It feels good.
You know what rules? The Cleveland Art District from a GoPro 9.
Well, this is what it is. It's if you go to a party, you could put on a walking tour or a train going from one place to another. Put it on the TV. Everybody,
Because I get it, because you don't want to have to go up to every single person individually and let them know you're autistic. So you put on the train video and you let everybody know all at once.
yes, that's exactly it. No, it's great for a party because everybody's talking and having fun. And then every once in a while, you say you have a drop in the conversation. You go, oh, well, that's really great. And then you look over at the TV, you go, wow, that's really beautiful. That's it. You look at the TV and you go, because you got this train going from like Switzerland traveling through Switzerland to like another place in like whatever, the Netherlands. And it's beautiful. And it's HD. And you're just looking at it and you're like, that's really beautiful. Where is that? 10 out of 10. Every single fucking time I've done this, it's made the party better. And I've noticed it and I've clocked it because I've walked around and I went, that was me, everybody. I'll walk up to people and I'll go, I did this and you're having a good time. And they're like, this is a great idea. Every single person. I've never had someone go like, this sucks. What is this? I've never had anybody do that. It's the people that put on fucking shows with dialogue and shit.
Well, that's
that you're
outrageous.
like, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm hearing what you're saying now. I've opened my mind to it. After just straight dunking on you, just absolutely roasting.
You tried. You tried. You tried to roast.
just absolutely.
You couldn't turn it
posterizing.
off. You couldn't turn it off.
You can't.
That's okay.
Can't.
That's all right.
Well, when you're dishing with a ball player like you got to fucking drive to the paint.
I get it. I get it. You're with LeBron right now,
dude. I'm trying to play up to the level of my competition, dude. That's how you get better, bro.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I can see that. I will concede. I can see that being a good vibe for the party. Because you. Gone are the days of the iTunes visualizer, so you want something going.
Exactly.
But you don't want friends.
I used to love the iTunes visualizer, bro. But I would roll a blunt when I wasn't when I first started smoking alone.
Yes.
Which is fun in its own way. When you're like, oh, I bought my own weed. I'm smoking alone. Like, this is I'm really into it.
A little taste of independence.
Yes. And then you go, and then I'm like, my parents are asleep, so I'm rolling the weed in my room, and I roll a blunt. I would roll a blunt. I would go. There was a window in my shower. Mm-hmm. And I would open the window, and I would, as the shower is running, I would smoke the blunt.
How that had to reek?
Oh, it smelled so bad.
Dude, that wasn't doing shit.
I know, but they never called me out. There was a few times that they were
especially a blunt. You're setting off a nuclear weed bomb.
Yes. Well, I'd put I would do what I can. I'd spray some shit.
Yeah, towel under the door.
I'd put
perhaps.
the towel at the door. And I was blowing out the window. I was doing everything I can, but it did still smell. And what sucked was I would smoke this weed, and then I'd get really paranoid, and I'd be walking into my bathroom being like, oh, God. And my bathroom was down the stair. The bathroom was right by my mom and dad's room.
Oh, not an ideal setup.
I know. It was not an ideal setup at all. But then I would go into my room, and I would just vibe out to the iTunes visualizer. And one time I listened to the Alvin the Chipmunks album from the movie on the iTunes visualizer 2 or 3 times. It was sick, bro. It was sick. They're good. Their harmonies are so good. You ever listen to Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Of course.
Their harmonies are incredible.
Well, it's like Real Ass Singers. They just speed it up.
I know, which is so weird. So they must be going it's like that Patton Oswalt joke, but it's they must be going Christmas time.
Dude, the Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas album was a staple in the McMullen household.
Oh, yeah. I had that on fucking Walkman, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Boom, bo-do-do. I love that. I'll say we are. Yeah. Okay.
My move, when my parents moved into, they lived in my weed smoking years of high school, they were living in a condo. So very small, not ideal. No
way.
I didn't have like a that 70 show basement to blaze up in.
Yeah.
So my move was my thought process was I need to consume this as rapidly as possible. So what better way to do this than the tried and true gravity bong, right?
Yes.
So my move,
that's a great idea.
You got to get it in, get it out.
Yeah, except you're God, you're coughing Tommy, is everything okay?
Well, dude,
I just have a cold.
So it'd be 2:00 in the morning or whatever, and I'd be like, all right, time to fucking blaze this cron.
Yeah.
And I'd sneak I'd take the trash can out of my bedroom and go into the bathroom and then fill it from the bathtub. Just the loudest sound you've ever heard, fucking 18 gallons of water hitting. And then carry this basin of fucking water into my room.
Yeah.
Crack the window, fucking smoke all of the weed I had at once. Try not to hold it in as long as you could. Have a spasm. And then would be so baked trying to sneak 5 gallons of water back through the apartment to the bath. It's so stupid.
What you should have got was a fish tank.
Yeah.
Because then they wouldn't, if they saw you with the water, they'd be like, oh, he's just doing something with the fish tank.
You're right.
Would have been a good idea.
Should have.
God damn it.
Why are your fish so fucking hungry all the time?
You're like, yeah, you're filling it up every night. You go, you got to clean it. They're like, Toby, I don't think you need to clean it every night.
That's how you get algae. That's how you get algae, dude.
Yes, you do. You get plankton.
You can't be having plankton.
You can't be having plankton.
You still playing games?
Yes. So right now I'm playing. I downloaded Arc Raiders.
That was going to be my question. Yeah.
I did download Arc Raiders.
How'd you find that there?
Soder told me to.
Yeah.
And well, he asked if I was playing it, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll download it right fucking now." And I like it. I like the graphics.
Yes.
I think it's fun.
Yes.
And I do think it's cool. However, and maybe we could play sometime, I don't play with people.
Sure.
Like, I don't play with people. So I'm like, I don't know anyone that play. I mean, there are little cliques, like Soder plays, but I don't really hit him up when I'm going on. You know, there's a bunch of people like that I know that play, but they're their own little clique, whatever. I don't have my thing. So I'm literally just a guy like collecting inventory. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what the game is. And I'm going, so do I just collect inventory and then the timer tells me that I need to get to the elevator? Like, literally, you land and they're like, elevator's leaving in 5 seconds. And you're like, what? You're like, what do I have to do? I don't know. So I'd love to be with someone who knows what they're doing, kind of bring me along, teach me the ropes.
Oh, I would be happy to.
We'll set that up. We'll do that.
I'm down.
You play on PlayStation?
Xbox.
Xbox.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm max level. I got so deep into it.
Great.
I've just been playing more comp, but I've played the shit out of the game. And what's fun is that so when you're playing solo, everyone's generally speaking more friendly.
Yeah.
Everybody's chill
Because they put you in servers. Like, if you play non-violently,
Yes.
they'll put you in servers that are non-violent.
Well, get strapped and get.
Why?
Because I'm a fucking asshole.
Whoa!
Because I'm running around murdering everybody.
You're like Mr. fucking, you're Mr. Blue or whoever from Reservoir Dogs.
My girl.
Toby's walking around the guy, and I don't know what it is that to you.
I'm duct taping guys in chairs and cutting their ears off.
I'm so scared. Okay, so I'm like listening to the song.
Dude, my girlfriend downloaded the game and she's been playing. She's been kind of learning.
You guys play it together?
We did, and I was like, let's play. And she goes, but I feel like your lobbies are going to be way different than mine.
Yes.
And it's a similar thing. She's like learning whatever. And I go, no, it'll be fine. We load in. First two guys we see, no words, just start blasting.
Yeah.
We'll both die instantly.
Well, guess what? Looks like we're not playing together because I'm not going from like flowers and being like, after you, sir, to people being like, oink for me, piggy, if you want to keep your gun.
Yeah. It's like queuing into the fucking.
I gotta go soon.
Yeah, definitely to the yard at San Quentin. Just everyone's got fucking teardrop tattoos.
That's
and
so
fucking,
funny, dude. And I'm playing. And maybe I don't. Sorry, we're doing this so short.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
I gotta leave in like a minute. But and I'm playing Resident Evil 7 while I'm waiting for Resident Evil Requiem to come out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I heard 7 was great. I watched a couple videos on it, and I'm like, all right, I'll play it because the new one comes out next month, and I'm like, all right, I'll play it, and it's fucking terrifying. Like, Resident Evil is genuinely like generally scary. Like, you do have like weapons and stuff, and like, Leon can kick people. I play 4 and just fucking kill.
Yeah.
And it's scary because things are popping out. This is supposed to be like you're playing like a horror. You're this guy, you're not Leon, you're this guy Ethan. And Ethan is not he's not like a ninja. He's like, you're just a guy that gets scared. You're getting scared all the time. And they based the villains of 7 off of horror movie genres.
Okay.
So the first, you're basically fighting. You're in this haunted house, essentially. You're in this like scary house, and you're fighting a family that was kind of taken over by this like brain worm thing. And the first guy, so the first couple of levels that you have to deal with is a guy who's stalking you, and he's big, and you can't kill him. And
like Jason Voorhees,
like
type
Jason
dude.
Voorhees,
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger, all that stuff. And you're trying to find all these clues. And then the second one is this lady who is also stalking you, and you can't kill her. So there's that vibe, which sucks. But there's bugs and shit. So I think it's supposed to be like gory.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to represent like the gore genres of like that kind of shit. And now, and I haven't picked it up again, and I have to beat this guy. The son is like I want to play a game.
Oh,
he's like Saw
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
and
Jigsaw
shit.
type shit.
Yeah. So
I never get.
I'm excited.
But listen, we got to get you the hell out of here,
Yeah.
buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, Brendan Sagalow. Listen to Fart Carnival on the Gas Digital Network. Check it out on YouTube, Spotify, all the audio platforms. I'm sure. Anything else you want to plug before you get out of here?
Sag Daddy to Pod as well. And also, I got some music up there. If you're into hip hop, I got Sag Daddy Da God on Spotify and all that shit. Plus, us. I got a bunch of road dates coming up. I'm going to be in Indianapolis. I'm going to be in Atlanta. I'm going to be in a bunch of places. So go to BrendanSagalow.com or punchup.live/BrendanSagalow. Buy some tickets, please.
Hell yeah, go see Sagalow on the road. He's fucking goddamn hilarious. Thanks so much for doing this, man. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in a week.